Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome to my review of Shelter 2. I very much do not recommend this game, and I will explain to you why over the course of this review. In Shelter 2, you play as a lynx, hunting and trying to raise a family. By catching prey, you feed your children, and they slowly grow up until they become adults and leave you, at which point the game more or less ends, and you can start over again with a new generation as one of your children. The game's very pretty, with a relatively unique style that gives it a very nice feel overall. Also, the gameplay is pretty simple, but it knows what it's trying to do, and for the most part it does that pretty well. Hunting and, jumping on a elk or deer, whatever they were, and catching rabbits, it feels pretty good. However, that's kind of where the positives end, and honestly that's also kind of where the game ends. From what I saw, there's really no reason to play beyond one generation. They're collectibles, but I found myself wondering why they even bothered adding them to the game. It just seems like they added them on in the hopes that it'd extend the gameplay a bit. Honestly, the game as a whole feels like they figured out the basic gameplay of raising your kids and then just kind of took 4 or 5 day weekends until the release day hit. There's really nothing else in there, nothing to flesh it out and make it more fun to go back and do it over again, no different paths or really options other than what variety of wildlife you want to murder. There's different areas, but once you go to them all, it's kind of it. I kept asking myself, what's the point? Why would I go back and play this again? The final nail in the coffin of this game is that it's still $14.99 on Steam, which is it's a ripoff. There's no other way to spin that. That's way too high. At $3 to $5, I could maybe recommend it as some short-term eye candy that you could play around with and kind of experience something that's new and interesting and then put away forever. But $15 is just silly. In conclusion, there's really no reason to get this. If you find it on sale for less than $5, maybe consider it, but don't expect to be impressed, and at $15, there's no way in hell you should buy it. You're probably going to get maybe 15 to 30 minutes of gameplay out of it, so under $5 is probably where I'd think about it, but definitely not if it's not on sale. Thanks for watching. I hope my perspective helps you make an informed purchase. Take care.